With Thanksgiving a week away, let's reflect on what it represents. It's easy to forget the true essence of the holiday. But my next guest believes it's essential we remember because remembering is the key to gratitude. Host of KSL Radio's Inside Sources, Boyd Matheson, joins me. There's a quote you love, and I'm going to read it, and then we want to talk about it. This one is from William George Jordan, and he said, "Ingratitude, the most popular sin of humanity, is forgetfulness of the heart. The individual who possesses ingratitude finds it is the shortest cut to all other vices." Explain that in your own words for us a little bit.
Yeah, it's so powerful. This was all the way back in 1900 when he wrote this over in England. And this idea that when we lose gratitude, ingratitude is really the shortcut to things like anger and pride and frustration and bitterness. Because when we forget what we have, what we've been given, then it's really easy to get into all the other vices and all the other things that cause us stress and worry and anxiety and prevent us from having a good Thanksgiving Day and every other day in between.
Yeah. It's interesting. I don't know that I ever really reflect on if I'm not being grateful, what's happening and what are the attitudes and the changes in my perspective as I look out at life.
Yeah, everything shifts when you lose that gratitude. It really is the shortcut to a whole host of other problems.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I love that. Okay, so you have a few whys and ways to properly practice Thanksgiving. So first you say that remembering is a better way of being. What do you mean by that?
So remembering is a really crucial word, and it's one that the things that we ignore or forget, our children will never know. And what our children don't know, our grandchildren are not likely to possess. And so when remember is such a critical word in the world today, because we go across the surface of so many things. Our world is so rapid fire that we often don't remember the things that actually matter most. I actually learned this from my daughter. Was going on a business trip to England years ago, and she was helping me iron my shirts. And I didn't realize it until I got over to England. She had buttoned every button on the shirt. So every morning I had to go through and unbutton all the buttons. But it was irritating for like 3 days. And about the fourth day, I started to remember my Lindsay as I was going through it. And it was her way to make sure I remembered her when I was far away. And so that remembering is so powerful.
Yeah, and I love that our kids are so good at helping us
so good at
learn those things so well. And you want us to remember a few things. You say people, prosperity, and pain, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, sometimes we think that Thanksgiving is all about being happy. There's a lot of people watching right now who aren't going to be especially grateful on Thanksgiving. They might be in the middle of a really tough time, a difficult divorce, dealing with a financial stress or a health issue, but there's still reasons to be thankful. It's easy to be thankful when everything's going well. I always say that when the sea is calm and the breeze is light and the sun is out, you know, every boat in the harbor has a great captain. But when the storms come and the wind's blowing, that's when you really find out. And a person isn't honest just because they haven't had a chance to lie. A person isn't grateful just because everything's going well. Can you be grateful in the storm, in the midst of that pain? It actually augments our gratitude and helps us get some of that earned empathy, which I think is another thing we've lost in the world today, is that ability to say, oh, well, I know why she's feeling that way, or I can see why they're struggling with that.
The benefit of the doubt for so many people that we come across. And, you know, it's interesting. I think sometimes we think, okay, I got to have something big, some kind of big miracle or blessing to be grateful for. And we forget to focus on the little things, the little tender mercies every day that we have.
Yeah, and those people that bring about those, because it's usually through another person, right? Last time I was on the show, we talked about scroll different. Everyone just pull your phone out today, just scroll through your contact list, and I guarantee you, a name's going to pop up and you say, oh, they made a difference for me. Oh, that person really helped me on that particular.
Love that.
Shoot them a quick text. It takes 10 seconds and it will make a difference in their world, and it'll make a difference in yours too.
Yeah, I love that. What a great exercise to practice. So lastly, you're saying to remember that Thanksgiving is forgiving, right? Giving things, but it's also about forgiving people or things that have happened. Tell me about that.
It's so interesting. So we have Thanksgiving Thursday, we have Black Friday, we have Cyber Monday, and so all of that shopping and outward going. And then we actually have Giving Tuesday, which is a great thing that's been developing over the last few years. And I have been a long proponent that after Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Giving Tuesday, we should have Forgiving Wednesday. If you really want to change your world today, go forgive somebody. If you want to really have power and spirit in your life, forgive and just let go. You only have to forgive once. But to be bitter or to hold a grudge, you have to recreate all of those negative emotions day after day after day. It's exhausting.
It is.
And
But
so just
why,
forgive.
Why is it so hard for us to forgive? Is it just that pride inside of us that doesn't want to let go of things? I feel like that's a hard one for us to master.
It is. It's that control element. You want to always have something you can hold over someone in case it goes sideways again.
Yeah.
It can be really difficult that way. But there's a great line in the movie, A Light Between Oceans. And this man had been persecuted by the people of the town, and he's just this happy guy. And his wife says, well, how can you do that? They're so mean and awful to you. And he says, well, I forgive them. And she says, but it's not that easy. And he says, oh, it's so much easier, because you only have to forgive once. To be bitter, you have to recreate the negative every day. And so Forgiving Wednesday, get everybody ready for that.
Look, do it once on Wednesday. And what a beautiful gift to give to someone is forgiveness.
And it's the best gift you can give yourself as well.
Yeah. Love that. A win-win,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
All right, boy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I
It's
love
great
these
to be with you.
insights. It's great to have you. Where can people learn more and just follow along on all your wisdom?
Every day, 1 to 3 on KSL News Radio or kslnewsradio.com.
Fantastic.
Thanks, Courtney.